as we're going through our spiritual journey, or as we're starting to awaken and become more aware, we start to understand the concept that even the negative things or even the challenges that happen in our lives have a purpose. And that purpose is always for our highest and greatest good. And that is hard to understand or to even believe, right? The tough part of that is really believing that that is true at our core and at our soul level, because what I'm being told, and also from my own experience, is that our ego just doesn't understand why that is the truth. Why would negative things happen for our highest and greatest good? It just doesn't make any sense. It's counterintuitive, right? And of course, the conditioning that we've all been taught, is like, we want everything to be good. Bad things are really bad. And that's kind of hard to unlearn. And so it puts us really in a huge sort of victim mode where we're only responding to life rather than being proactive in life. And so the idea of like co-creation is that idea of you not being just responsive and reactive, but really being a pivotal part of the life that you're living. And so the concept of spiritual awakening and that process is really the journey of beginning to understand and wake up to this notion, the notion that life doesn't just happen to us, it happens for us, even the negative things. There's always a reason, and there's an underlying reason, whether it's a lesson that we're learning, whether it's something that we experience and grow from, whether it brings this, aha moment that suddenly changes the way that we approach life or our behavior, or how we respond to things, or how we relate to others and ourselves. And so that really is where the awakening comes from. It's that awareness of what it means to suddenly not be asleep anymore and just kind of go through life reacting and responding, but awakening to the idea that things happen for a reason. We can co-create with the universe the type of life that we want to live. And even when bad things are happening, we can take a proactive part in trying to understand why that might be, or staying separate from the actual occurrence and trying and just observing it from a part that's just really getting curious and exploring and processing why it might be happening, and eventually how it's actually helping our growth, our evolution, our increase in consciousness. So, and again, I know this is really sort of counterintuitive, but I can attest to this process because I've experienced quite a bit of trauma, most of it being childhood trauma. And because of that childhood trauma and the amount of time that it took for me to realize that it had happened, realize how much it was affecting me and how I was showing up in my own life, and then understanding that it was directly related to my spiritual awakening journey and what my purpose is here on this current reality. Before I got to that point, I really was very much stagnant and stuck in victim mode with a lot of anger, a lot of complaining and focusing on all of the negative things that were happening, and continuing to attract that into my life, right? Because I didn't know any better. And that happens to so many of us. And it's okay, because that is where we were or still are in our process. I mean, it's part of our journey. It's part of our growth. And so it took me almost, I would say, about 40 years before I began to awaken to the truth of my experience on this planet and this current reality and the purpose behind it. And so, the process of getting here is really different for everyone. And some of us will wake up early on. Some of us won't ever really get to that. Some of us take more time and need a little bit more guidance. And we are all on our own pace. And that is the beautiful thing about this experience. And that's completely okay, and it's completely normal. And the important thing lies really in that awareness of what is happening, and the understanding that it's okay, it's normal, even though it feels really, really difficult at times, really challenging. It's part of our growth and what our soul is here to do and meant to do. And at this point in humanity in general, there is so much awakening happening, and there is so much increased consciousness developing, and it's just a beautiful thing. And I've really started getting a lot of downloads about that, and really being pushed to come on here and share this information, teach this information, and also provide support and guidance to anyone who really is needing that. And so, just to recap, the idea of a spiritual awakening journey really is the point where we start understanding and becoming much more aware of life, of our lives, of the occurrences that are happening to us, both good and bad, of the awareness of really starting to get curious and want to understand why we're going through what we're going through. What is the purpose behind it? What might this all mean? What lessons are we being asked to learn and to reflect on? And so that really is, the awakening process. And it takes years, and we're really never done. I'm certainly not done. And that's kind of like the beauty of it, because you just continue to learn and dive deeper into those lessons and that awareness. And so I wanted to share that with you. I was guided to share that with you. And if it sounds familiar, or it intrigues you, or you're curious to learn more about this, or deepen your understanding of the spiritual awakening journey process, please continue tuning into this channel, because I'm going to continue to talk a lot more in depth and give a lot more guidance to this process, and just this beautiful journey that we all call life that we are on. As promised, and for those of you who are still here, I am going to just pull some cards very, very quickly to just supplement or support, let's say, this channeled message and this guided message from my spirit team. And let's see what else they have to say. All right, my beautiful spirit team, please give us any extra guidance or messaging for those beautiful souls who have decided to join us during today's video. Thank you so much, my beautiful spirit team. I call them my celestial friends and family, my CFFs. Super cheesy, but as I'm pulling these cards, if you ever need guidance, I am an intuitive, an empath, a psychic medium, and really am able to support and help through readings and guidance sessions, coaching sessions, with your journey on any level that you might need. So please reach out or comment below if you're needing any support or guidance. Okay. Interesting. Psychic abilities. Yeah, a lot of psychic abilities come online as we're going through our spiritual awakening journey. So if some of you are feeling like you suddenly have these gifts that you didn't know, or you're getting messages, or you're experiencing certain, phenomena that's unusual and you're not used to, it could be that, your actual psychic gifts are coming online now that you're starting your spiritual awakening journey, if that's what's happening. We also got manifestation, which is obviously another, make sure that you can see it. Yeah. Another huge piece, when we actually understand that we can manifest the life that we want and what we need and what we want to experience in this lifetime, that's part of that awareness and that awakening, right? So it's interesting that these two cards have come up. And then I'm going to also pull one more card from the Healing Waters Oracle deck, and I'll put all of that in the description box. Okay, Spirit, please give me one more card for these beautiful souls who have joined us today. Interesting. So this says, Selkie, come out of hiding and embrace who you really are. That is another huge piece of this journey, right? Is, my goodness, as you start or as you go through this awakening journey, you get to really, really start peeling the onion layers back of who you really are and understanding that. And that is such a beautiful, beautiful experience. Even with its challenges and just feeling, you know, sometimes like I remember just thinking that, you know, that I might be going a little crazy or something. So even with all of that, the process is just a beautiful, beautiful unearthing of who we really are and who we're meant to be in this lifetime. So I hope you enjoyed that. If any of this intrigues you or interests you, please, of course, come back. Again, message me if you're needing any guidance. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.